The fourth floor of the Arkansas Union welcomes home the Multicultural Center after being temporarily moved to Garland Avenue. I had the opportunity to come to the grand opening to see what was really renovated. Space is important to meet the needs of all students. The MCC ensures students have an opportunity to find their place on campus, to live out their authentic selves, and to find a community within that. The MCC's most prominent renovation is the inheritance of the entire fourth floor. The old University Programs Theater has been transformed into what they call the Pit, which connects both sides of the center. It's another meeting space for students to engage in community. The MCC also renovated the classroom to make it more functional and to be flipped quickly and easily. The kitchen, which is the heart of the center, was expanded about 5 feet to make it more functional. The Ann Cottrell Gallery is another piece that they took over. Some of the art that they have on display include a Martin Luther King Jr. painting and an Addie Roan House showcase. I had the opportunity to speak with MCC Director Adrian Smith to see what he thinks the center is all about.
To provide opportunity for students to find community, engage in community, be a part of community. So creating a sense of belonging. So actually, when you think about belonging, it's both place and space.
Academic enrichment and culturally responsive programming are two more things that the MCC takes pride in. They provide student success and educational aspects, dealing with both culture and community. The Multicultural Center invites anyone who wants to come experience its two biggest renovations, its functionality and connections. Reporting live for UATV News, I'm Autumn Foltz. The University of Arkansas and other Fayetteville schools have been canceled for the second day in a row, and this is due to the snow and the bad road conditions. Now, this winter weather has also caused other businesses in Fayetteville to close, including its very own recycling and garbage pickup services. Snow creates slick streets and hazardous driving conditions for all types of vehicles. Garbage trucks are known to be quite large and don't have good traction in the snow. Fayetteville's hilly terrain adds an extra degree of difficulty for these truck drivers. The risk of garbage trucks losing traction and sliding into a car or object on a slick street is high. The City of Fayetteville's Environmental Director, Peter Nierengarten, expresses that safety for the drivers comes first.
We'll get by next Tuesday or next Wednesday, whatever their normal collection day is, and collect those materials. But we're just asking folks to hold those for 1 week until the roads are safer for us to drive on.
Wednesday trash and recycling pickup services to the residential customers in Southwest Fayetteville will be at a halt until next week. If any customer already set their containers at the curb, Nierengarten advises them to leave them there until it's safe to retrieve them or leave them for the time being. Do not go out driving unless you truly have to. Reporting for UATV News, I'm Autumn Foltz. Arkansas baseball is 10-0 at home after sweeping Louisiana Monroe just earlier today. These businesses right behind me are just steps away from Bob Walker Stadium. I had the chance to speak with one of these local businesses to see how the surplus of Razorback fans impacts their economic income. Springtime in Fayetteville means wings, beer, and baseball. Foghorn Sports Bar has a huge responsibility, preparing for huge incoming crowds. Foghorn's general manager says the impact of Arkansas baseball is part of their bottom line.
Arkansas baseball and Foghorns have become almost, synonymous. Like, you can't have one without the other. Like, we will literally start preparing months in advance.
Hoskins says teamwork from the staff is the key to tackling large crowds.
All hands on deck. Everyone's in it together. We all show up together, leave together, work the long hours together.
The income of Razorback fans doesn't just mean a packed restaurant. It means an impact in revenue.
Our revenue definitely goes up during baseball season. People come here before the game. We still get, most of the time, a decent crowd while the game's on, after the game.
One student says she's been to countless Razorback baseball games and loves the environment it creates.
There's nothing like a packed bomb stadium. Like, it's so fun. It's just like vibrating. And when we score a home run, it's crazy. I love it in here.
Dykes enjoys getting the Fayetteville vibe by eating locally after the games.
Everyone likes to just come and spend time with friends and family, and going up to places where everyone is after the game is really fun. If you get hungry before or after the baseball game, come support these local businesses like Foghorns. Reporting live for UATV News, I'm Autumn Foltz.
My name's Dylan. I am here in Fayetteville, Arkansas for school. I'm a business finance major and I want to do real estate. I'm originally from Houston, but then I moved to Little Rock and lived a good amount of time there. My free time, I don't really do much, but work out, eat, play the game. It's pretty much all I really do if I don't have work or school. I actually work at a sports bar called Foghorns. I'm pretty good at Rocket League. Marvel Rivals right now is pretty big. I don't know, Apex Legends. It's the same old, same old. I usually like to cook pretty much the same things every day. Some eggs, some potatoes for breakfast, and then for lunch I'll eat like a cheeseburger. For dinner I usually have some chili or something like that. I've got a pet, it's got Hunter, he's right out of the camera's view, and I've had a bunch of dogs my whole life, so I've always been surrounded by some type of pet.
I'm on the 4th floor of the Arkansas Union, and this is the Multicultural Center. Every single First Friday, the Multicultural Center holds an event called First Friday. The purpose of First Friday is to provide a safe space where students can share their experiences, engage in significant conversations, relax, and have a great time. For March, this First Friday is all about Women's History Month. On Friday, March 7th, the Multicultural Center celebrated women with Bloom and Bond, a floral experience. Students who participated made their own flower arrangement with several different kinds of flowers. Then they decorated their own flower vase, created cards, and conversed with others. Free food and drinks were also offered, including 4 kinds of bacon, chicken and biscuits, vanilla and chocolate cake, and lemonade. Bloom and Bond was hosted by the Multicultural Center and international students and scholars. Anyone who is interested in experiencing what else the Multicultural Center has to offer can stop by during the union's operating hours, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 12 a.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 a.m., and Sundays, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Now, this is the flower vase that I made here right behind me in the Multicultural Center. Now, if you want to see what their First Friday is for April, stay tuned to their Instagram. Reporting for UATV News, I'm Autumn Foltz. Right behind me is one of the many farms that live right here in Northwest Arkansas. Farms offer many products such as produce and livestock. Now, for Women's History Month, I got the chance to speak with one woman-owned farm that has many things to offer. Women finding their place in a male-dominated field can be challenging, but not impossible. One beef cattle specialist says getting into the farm world is one of the biggest challenges women face.
Making that first step or being involved, especially if they don't come from a farming or agriculture background.
According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, 39% of all Arkansas farmers were female in 2022, despite the 11% decrease in farms since 2017.
If you just think back to 20 years ago, the animal science world was not as full of women as it is now.
This change creates a difference on how the role of women is viewed.
On the farm, the woman was considered the caretaker of the home, and now we've got scientists, we've got women farmers.
One pair of sisters returned to their family farm in 2019 to continue their parents' legacy.
It's a beautiful place to spend your time, and we love the animals and nurturing that, and then feeding our community.
The eldest sister says they grew up on the farm after their parents moved to Arkansas for its cultivating environment.
The humanity that's here, even when we're talking about animals, and the authentic nature of farming, right? It's just such a return to land, to method, to theory.
Joss says no day is the same on the farm due to having many responsibilities.
We are raising grass-fed and finished beef and lamb, and then also forest-raised pork. We sell honey. We make jam. My mom is a master canner. She makes jams and jellies.
Justice says she is extremely fortunate for the women who came before her, paving a path in agriculture.
It makes me very passionate to be a mentor to the next generation of women coming up in ag.
Now, if you guys want to support other women businesses, you can go to the Fayetteville Farmers Market on Saturday. Reporting live for UATV News, I'm Autumn Foltz.